becomes an athlete by athlete situation. Like, okay, you need to stick with bull rushing.
I was gonna say, did you come comfortable with a power rush?
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like counter off of that, like when you get stuck off of that. So like I said, if I was bull rushing right from the beginning, my thought process would be when he gets heavy on me. So if I'm coming from a bull rush from the beginning, when he gets heavy off of me, I'm countering. So it's either push and pull, or you're pulling and ripping, right? But that's a feel thing. So like right now, like Manny, he'd give me two different looks. So be light on your heels right now, okay? So in this situation, I'm gonna have a quarterback there to finish because I felt that I could drive him. And then if he sticks his back foot in the ground and decides that he's gonna be heavy on me, I gotta be quick with my counter. And like I said, snatch, teach them snatch. If they get their hands right, that's the easiest movement when the guy's heavy on you.
Like on that, could that be a drill that you could partner up and get a feel with the guy?
I would just partner like that, and then you could be back there and say one is the offensive lineman's letting them bull rush all the way. Two is anchor down. And then see how you guys react, like how they counter off of it. Right? We don't want them to counter and run way around. We're trying to make it quick off the edge, but we want to. That's the thing, is letting them feel all of that. Like with that hip explosion, let them feel their hips. Let them feel that they have more power like this. Let them feel that when the guy's heavy on them, it's much easier to use that weight against them and finish. And then always finish like, a drill, like put something down. They just have to run through the cone. That's a quarterback, or they'll pop up. You got to slap the quarterback or something. Yeah. Yeah, but you'll have some guys that you think like, all right, this guy could probably work a spin move because he's athletic enough. But you're not going to teach everybody that. So that becomes like a personnel decision. But like Coach was saying, man, it becomes what you emphasize. What you decide to emphasize and make important. And it's those little things, like when they're down in their stance, they got to be able to look through their eyelids, basically. Just looking.
Every D lineman coach we're getting, they're all underclassmen. So we got juniors and sophomores.
Basic.
So we're gonna get them for 2 years. So
that's good though. They don't have as many bad habits as
exactly.
Other kids. Like I would talk about what you guys want to work for your man key. Like, do you want to go tip of the shoulder pad? You want to try with a knee, but you're all doing the same thing and talking the same terminology.
We've talked about knee already, knee to hip.
And if you got to adjust, you adjust, but at least it gives them that initial something low, and it's easy to read. It's either at me, away from me, or it's going back, or it can be trying to escape. So then the double team stuff you got to work too. So double team, my philosophy was always man key, pressure key. I already know who I can be doubled from, right? It's Art, so it's gonna be easy. But I can't try and fight two guys at once, right? I always use the analogy, like if I'm at a bar and I'm fighting Art and I'm looking at him, Art's gonna whoop my ass. So look at the man that you're fighting. So he's my shade. So as I come and I start to feel that, now the way you beat a double is by knocking this guy back. If I get to this level, Art's in a shitty position to double me and I got my hip through. So that doesn't always happen, but if you're always preaching knockback, then when he gets his ass kicked from a double, and if he would have got knocked back, you can teach him that you always got to get knocked back. So if I don't, and I get in trouble here, I'm putting my hips through his thigh as hard as I can to try and squeeze that gap. At the end of the day, if everything goes bad and you feel you're driving here, and then usually both of them are going to go by you and you can scramble to your feet. But it'd be that outside knee. But it's natural because now if I'm here, you deserve to get your ass kicked. I mean, you deserve to get buried because you put yourself. But if I'm here, it's easy to go to that knee. But I want to try and fight it first, and it's by fighting him, and I'm not totally oblivious to the fact that he could double me because he's my pressure key. I already knew that pre-snap. So when I feel it, I'm not shocked. But my attention stays here, trying to get the knockback. I beat this with my hips into their thigh board. And worst case scenario, I take a knee, pull my guy to the ground, So at the very least, they don't get up on the linebacker.
Right.
And then be an athlete, pop up, and play to the whistle. And again, that's just rep. Like I would start a lot of stuff, come back real quick, Mark. A lot of stuff in the fit. So they're fit like this. We say hit, you guys start going, and I'm working just my technique from the fit. Okay. So like fit, we worked all the time, even when we weren't doing doubles. We're working base block today, so you can step out, Art. He's the offense, I'm the defense. We're working base block, and when we're in the fit, I already took my power step, and I have my lead under me. So hit, I'm working on just this right here. That movement so they could feel it. And then I would do that a few times, then I would add the escape. Snatch, flatten out, and run. And you could go all your guys at a time, or however you want to do it. You could have one group at a time and the rest watching.
We do all the same stuff, the circuits, the practice schedules. So I remember you would always do the push-pull drill, and you'd be the ball carrier, and then they got to fit you up on the ball.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Finish with attack.
Yeah, exact same thing like that, where you power step here to here.
So that goes into like, I'm sure you'll do like tackling circuits.
Oh yeah,
so
absolutely.
You can add one of whatever you worked that day in a circuit as your finish, and you can use it on a bag,
Right.
or wrap and roll, or.
And then fight the reach, I know you. And then you would do the down base block drill with the guys making them.
Down and kick.
Exactly
'Cause
right.
that's what we saw a lot of, was down and kick. I don't know how much you'll see, but so if Manny is the guard, let's say, and he's going down, my eyes right away got to go inside. I got to expect something. If I come up in here, I've created a big lane. If I stay
He is
here,
still playing that down block
right?
and squeezing off that space and reducing as much space
Yes,
as possible.
because that's your technique.
Exactly.
Squeeze.
Right up his ass.
Right off
Yeah,
his
he's
ass.
still.
So then if he came, if I was in a good position, I could take it on underneath.
Mhm.
It's called wrong arm, so it's this arm coming all the way across. Worst case scenario, I'm low and up and through, trying to jack him up. But don't sit there and catch.
Because a lot of guys, if they go straight to that block without playing that base, you're still going to leave enough space for that guy for that back to hit right off the way he's going. And trust me, you got some backs, they'll get skinned and they'll hit that shit and go. They'll get vertical quick. So that's why playing that base is important.
Where they screw up every time is their eyes. Their eyes always get them in trouble. They feel, oh, that dude just left me and I got a big hit. Whack! They got the big hit. But it's not just that. Their eyes. Like, so that's something you always emphasize. Like in life, right? You want to focus on one thing. Well, focus on one thing. You know what I mean? That's your man key. He's going to tell you what the play is. Keep doing your job, and eventually the plays are going to come to you. And if all 11 do that, you're going to be a pretty good defense. Yes. So the last thing I would like on blitzes or stunts, or if a certain kid is like slow as shit off the ball, have him read the ball and then react to his key, because it's better that he gets off. But like if it's a blitz situation or I'm stunting into a gap, my man key is not as important. I just want to get to a gap. So their eyes are burned into the tip of the ball. Try and find a small area on the ball, because the center can do this all day, but as soon as this comes off the ground, that's got to be their trigger to go. So when you're doing get-offs and stuff, or you have that stick ball, give movement like this, and this is their trigger.